Do you watch these kinds of content for education or for entertainment? Education, you say, huh? Then what if I remove like all the stimulating parts of my content, all the cuts and edits? What if I stay silent right now? Like this. Will you still be able to watch this video? That stimulations of yours, your desire to go out and like stimulate your mind for like video games, for television series, for masturbation, porn, anime, or whatever your thing is, junk food, that costs you. And what does it cost? Okay, sure, you already know what does it cost. You know it costs you time, but it's not just your time. You're indulging in like pleasure. If you, let's say, indulge in any like one of your addictions for 1 hour, it's not just that 1 hour is being lost to you. You think after you spend that 1 hour, you'll be able to do some like deep work sessions of focus? Will you be able to like focus on something, put your energy into something properly? I don't think so. And not only that, what happens when you cut it all off? What happens to your life when you cut all of these stimulations off? Then, well, you have to kind of face your life. You have to kind of look at your life. You have to take account of your life. Because then, what's gonna give you like happiness is going to be actually having a good life. This will stop you from escaping from the shitty life that you will probably have, so that you will never end up changing it. If you never like remove these stimulations from your life, you will never end up actually changing your life. You'll never end up finding meaning in your calling. And that's what you're sacrificing. You're sacrificing your life for the sake of stimulation. When I'm going to give you an analogy here. When like you try to cut off stimulation, it's not going to feel good, but it's supposed to not feel good. When you go to the gym and then you like push really hard on a set, okay, you push really hard on the like dumbbell bench press, and then the next day you come, you're going to feel sore. It's going to be painful, but that's not going to stop you from going to the gym, is it? Hopefully it doesn't. The same thing with your mind. Let's say every time you like spike your dopamine levels with this like pleasures, the baseline goes down, because that's like a limited pool of dopamine in the brain. Every time you spike it, it comes back down to the baseline and it goes below the baseline, and then the baseline keeps on going down and down. So once you stop spiking it, it's going to stay low. You're going to feel like shit. But then the baseline comes up. So you know that like mental soreness, the mental discomfort that you face when you're cutting off pleasures, that's good for you. That's like really, it's the thing that you need right now. And we need to fight back. As we men or women on self-improvement, we need to fight back to take control of our minds. Because we have been dedicating so much of our time and energy to stimulating, to like make money for all these companies when the cost of our own life. We need to fight back for control. And when I tried to do this, when I started on like dopamine detox journey, I installed ad blocker. Like a good extension on a laptop is Unhook. In your phone there's this thing like app block. There's an app called app block. You can use it to block all your apps. It's really good. I did that. I cut off a lot of junk food for those like 7-day dopamine detox. I like stopped masturbating. You need to get over of your pleasures, but I'm just keeping it in control. I'm doing it in moderation. Everything is good in moderation. It's unacceptable. Those 1 hour of video games, those like I only fap a few times a week, so it doesn't matter. In moderation, the bad habits are actually good for you. No. Why would you deny? See, I'm going to tell you that it's possible. When you cut out of all the pleasure, I'm going to tell you it's still possible to be happy with your life. And then now when you like as you like, if anyone one of you has tried actual dopamine detoxes, when you cut off all the stimulation, okay, you feel like shit for the first few days, but then you actually start to feel better. Like, it's an interesting feeling. You start to enjoy some stuff, enjoy some unstimulating stuff, and then your brain adapts to it. So it's like you don't need that 1 hour of video games, 1 hour of anime for you to be happy with your life. So don't cling on to it. Don't cling on to that moderate life, and don't let it hold you back. When you're able, it's a real possible thing for you to completely cut it off and be goddamn happy with yourself. Moderation and the idea of moderation will hold you back. And the thing, like, there are some things like video games in which you're like, it's making you socialize with people, you're having friends. That the thing is, as you grow as a person, it's okay to outgrow the people around you. It's okay to leave people behind. And I'm not telling you to be like, fuck you guys, I hate you, nothing like that. You can still, like, if you're in a school, all of your friends play video games and you're quitting video games, it's like, you can still hang out and be chill with them. Just accept that they are not your tribe. You don't have to identify with the people you talk with, because as you improve yourself, you will start meeting new people. And I hope at a time this also happens to me. Like, my ideal life, I hope I can, like, find my tribe to. Okay, I'm just noticing that I'm using a lot of filler words as I'm trying to comprehend my words. I need to keep myself accountable for that. As I'm trying to improve myself, I wish that I can find my tribe, and that, like, the tribe pushes each other to be better versions of themselves. So you don't have to identify with the people around you who are still indulging in pleasure, doing all these shitty activities. You're probably better than them right now if you're watching this video till this far. And the second thing is, like, I struggle with masturbation. And masturbation is like, once you, like, fab, once you orgasm and everything, you just feel this, like, fake sense of satisfaction. And then there's, they say, like, testosterone, dopamine, those, like, control your motivation, your drive. What do you think is the opposite of that? The opposite of that is not like estrogen or something. It's prolactin. What prolactin does is, like, it gives you, like, a sense of satisfaction. It is like, you know, the opposite state of driven, where, like, just lazying around, sitting, doing nothing, and you're like, well, that's exactly what you feel after you just nut. And then, do you think a person like that who's just fabbed, let's just say a person who has just fabbed, you put him into a room with a person who has been, like, abstaining himself from all of this kind of stupid stuff, and then we give them one piece of food, we keep it in the middle, both of them are super hungry, who do you think is going to win that fight? The fapper is going to get destroyed. And masturbation is bad because it's just a source of pleasure, but porn is even more messed up, because those, like, dopamine spikes I told you, then this aspect of porn makes it worse than even substances and drugs, which is, thankfully I've never gone to the stage, but because you can able to see different types of women on a screen, you can keep up that spike as long as you wanted to, as you watch porn. And when you stop, the crashes are going to be way more in magnitude and way more long lasting, because of how much you messed up the brain, and that will urge you to watch even more. And that's going to mess up your brain so much. I'm telling you, these are the stuff which will fuck with you your entire life if you don't get rid of it. These are the stuff which is really hard to remove, but if It's like if life is hard for you, it's hard for the competition also. Think of it that way. And then here in self improvement, we are like a tribe, we are together, we are trying to push each other, all that stuff. If life is hard for you, it's going to be hard for other people. And if you want to get ahead of people, you must be willing to do things that other people aren't willing to do. As a tribe, you need to understand that this is our war and we must fight it. Peace.